Morning, everyone. I just wanted to do a quick central balance, emotional stress release, and celestial circuit to get us all back in the here and now. Politically around the world, massive stuff is going on, and we've just got to all remember to bring it back down to basics. We're all human, and the people who are looking at your individual days, your lives, what's going to add to your life, what's going to add to your energy, your balance, your perfection, your beauty. It's not the stuff going on with the big stuff in politics. They want you to believe that all that is important, but what is most important is that us human beings stick together. One-on-one, friendships, families, and we need to be doing it more than ever. We need to be setting good examples for those people around us. So the awake people need to just be really awake so that we can duck and weave and know what's going on, so that we can maneuver our lives to be as healthy and happy as we can be. So firstly, the celestial circuit. So fingers above and below your lips, and on the pubic bone, and on the tailbone. Okay, so mine's not in place, so I'm going to ask, is mine to the left, is mine to the right? So mine's to the right. Is it behind, is it to the side, is it to the front? It's more to the side. Okay, and is it in centimetres, inches, feet? Okay, so it's a few feet out. So energetically, my nervous system is beside myself. So let's so to help to get, so what the celestial circuit is, it's that connection between Father Sun, Mother Earth, two meridians, the central and governing meridians. They're both on the midline, but at the moment, mine are off to the side. So what I want you to do is pop hands over the base chakra, tongue on the roof of the mouth, and hold that for about 20 seconds. And as you're doing it, I want you to visualize that center of gravity just below the belly button. Put all your energy into the dantian just below your belly button. So wherever your center of gravity is, welcome it back home. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Emotional stress release points. When we're living in fear, we can't make good decisions. When we're living in fear, we listen to everything and take the worst possible scenario. When we're living in fear, we just believe that there's no way out. And this has been a year where politicians and media have just pushed fear now for like 9 months straight. Okay, so anytime you're holding these little guys, halfway between the eyebrows and the hairline, straight above your eyes, and sort of just wait until they're both pulsing. And when they're both pulsing, that just means you've got better access to your frontal cortex. Now, so I was listening to a podcast in the last couple of days, and he was saying that this frontal cortex, like I always check dopamine, serotonin, but he calls them the Holy Trinity: dopamine, serotonin, melatonin, dopamine, serotonin, melatonin. So, of course, our serotonin, melatonin converts. You know, we wake up in the morning, our melatonin converts to serotonin for the day. When we go to bed at night or when the sun comes down, the serotonin is supposed to convert back to melatonin. So so just tap on in optimal levels of serotonin during the day. Optimal levels of serotonin during the day. Optimum levels of dopamine for motivation, excitement, fun in my life. Optimum levels of dopamine for fun and excitement and motivation. optimum levels of melatonin for sleep, for restfulness, for rejuvenation. I think the hypothalamus, the other holy trinity in here is the pineal hypothalamus pituitary gland, and the hypothalamus, I think, is involved in releasing oxytocin. And when we are hearing things that are making us angry, we're not releasing enough oxytocin. Everyone has a different perspective. And I even like to imagine when politicians are being total drips and idiots that they believe in their perspective. Now, sometimes they don't. They've just been paid for, bought for by the bigger powers that be. But nonetheless, I like to imagine that they're good at heart. It's hard to sometimes, but I like to imagine that. So oxytocin, it's that it's that hug energy, it's that, and we're being told that people are dangerous this year. So oxytocin, once again, I'm thinking, okay, so in relation to optimal levels of oxytocin, because oxytocin is that energy you get when someone says, damn, you're looking good today, girl, or, you're looking rockin', dude, and you believe it to that part of your soul. That's when you release oxytocin. When someone says, looking great, and you go, oh, this old thing, having a really bad hair day, you're not releasing oxytocin. You're probably doing something more along the lines of shutting down your serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin. So we've got to start to learn, especially once again, we're going into a new phase of humanity. There's going to be big energy in the next few years. We're not going to be able to get away from it if we are trying to choose our own sovereignty and our own choices. There are going to be, the governments are going to be trying to squeeze us into submission. And if we are choosing to be human on this planet and we're not playing that game, it's going to be really frustrating. So, and once again, before this morning, I just quickly checked which flower essence, and Waratah. It's for when it's easy to just be watching, and once again, we shouldn't be watching mainstream media. It's not giving us any truth. But whether we're listening to podcasts and becoming awakened and all sorts of things, it's easy to go down into that depths of despair, and that's what Waratah is about. Waratah is for when we find ourselves in that sinking pit of that black pill energy. We've got to go, okay, information is fabulous. Thank you for showing me the way. And then bring yourself back into your consciousness. Increase your central meridian energy. Get your celestial circuit back in line. Get your emotional stress release points up and running. And your days will be so much clearer. Okay, clients arrived. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend.